go in a quiet room. So I'll be running around making sure.
Yeah, we live.
All right.
Huh? Huh? Y'all kind of breaking up. Is that your Wi-Fi's acting up?
I don't think mine is.
Oh no, that's Kim. Kim, yours was breaking up.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I can hear you. Okay, great.
All right.
No, that's when you call.
You breaking up, Kim.
Let me see. Hold on.
Yeah, you still breaking up. Yeah, you breaking up, Queen. If you guys got anything in the back, if you guys got anything in the background loud, can you turn your background down? Like a TV or anything that's on? Yeah, you still breaking up, Queen. What's wrong with your sound? I can hear it too. Yeah, Kim, there's something wrong with your sound. See if you can fix it. It was working earlier. Yeah, it's still acting up. It's still like scribbling all over the place. You don't got no. You got headsets on or you got them off?
I'm just waiting on her to say something.
Oh, you go ahead and say something, Queen. I'll wait for Kim to fix her sound.
You want to fix her sound? So what you guys want to talk about? I know last night we was talking about a lot of random stuff. Some that's important, some is just like, But yeah. What do you want to talk about today?
I don't know. I just wanted to do a hang. I did tell Kim we will do a hangout, and I decided to send you a link too, because me and her want to talk about the Orlando shooting. I'm hearing all kinds of crazy conspiracy theories. I'm hearing that the dude that shot the club up is gay, and people were involved in the shooting. It was a hoax and all that shit. Hello?
Hello? That's crazy.
Yeah, Kim.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Perfect.
Okay, I got on my iPad. My phone was acting janky.
Oh.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. Perfect.
When you had called me, I was listening to this story about this white woman, Wendy Bell, who got fired. She was talking real greasy. She worked for a news station. She was talking real greasy about black folks and all kind of stuff. And now the bitch crying because she told me she got fired because she was white.
Oh wow.
She shouldn't have said said what she said.
Exactly.
Just all you gotta do is you gotta be professional. You report the news story the way you report the news story. You ain't fucking on YouTube. We can report the shit like we want. But when you're working for an institution, you have rules and regulations. So I don't feel sorry for her ass. So what I put down is they didn't fire her because she was white. I said they fired her because she looked old and dry, and her weave looked wrong.
That's some old ass white women get. They be bitter as hell.
You know what? They be bitching and stuff. But you know what? When they get fired, see, their firing is different from our firing. When we fire, we just get a check. When they fire, they get a severance package. They get a vacation. Another job be lined up. They got to make choices and all that shit. They firing is totally different from ours, and they still be resenting this shit.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
So I don't want to hear all that pissing and moaning. That bitch have a job at Fox, so she'll be all right.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
But Kim, the reason why I want to do this hangout with you because I want to know your feelings on that Orlando shooting.
On what, the shooting?
Yeah.
Well, what was profound to me about the shooting was the stuff that I heard right in the beginning. Like raw footage from people that had like on their cell phones and they uploaded it to YouTube. This dude was saying that it was 4 people in their shooting. One of them was a woman. They was trying to get out the front door, and somebody was holding it. And I think it was the battering ram holding it, and people couldn't get out and stuff. And then also the other thing that tripped me out was they were saying that the guy was he was asking who was black in there, even though some black people did get shot and did get killed. And he made this comment, y'all been through enough. So y'all, he wasn't tripping off of us. But I still say, how did that man, because you gotta think, it was 100 people shot, it was 50 people, let's see, 49 people killed and 50 people injured. And he was able to shoot all of many people with one gun. And so this is something that I always pay attention to. When they have like a news breaking story, when you first listen to those first reportings and stuff like that, that's when you usually, now it's not always a given, you get the truth. But then give it a day or two, it'd be a whole different story and stuff. That's why I like the people be filming stuff on their cell phones and stuff like that, because that guy clearly said it was 4 people in that club and stuff like that. And then the sickening part about it is, what I've been noticing is that the Democrats, what they are doing is anything happens that's a lot of drama, because we in an election year, they just, how do I put it? They rush down there with their PRs and they build it all up, do all this old symbolic shit and stuff like that, and it takes away from the tragedy. It's like the situation with the poor little baby with the alligator.
Yeah.
What takes away from the tragedy is we're all human. That's sad that baby got killed like that. But what I'm seeing is these people ain't paying attention to what they're doing. They anything that happens with us, they go overdrive in it with the child, with the gorilla. They signing petitions, they putting up websites, they raising money. They want the family basically dead. Then this poor little baby comes up dead, and then nobody say nothing. It's like they putting out in the universe like bad vibes to their own people, because the human side of me is I don't want to see no race or no baby dying. I would be sick in the head. And Kay, when you told me what you told me, and I ain't gonna repeat what you told me, my husband agreed with you about that situation with the baby that had happened. I'm not gonna put your business in the street like that, but he agreed with you. And I thought about what you said. I had to process it, and I said, "Wow, that's heavy." And you don't hear nobody out there marching, nobody out there putting up petitions. And then I found out that the dude was out there late at night with the baby, 9 o'clock at night, letting him play around in the fucking water. That's irresponsible, man.
And I'm like, why he's not arrested? Like, that's what I don't fucking get. Like, They too busy worrying about this black father that wasn't at the zoo, but this white man let his baby wander off in the water, and the alligator snatched his ass up, and he tried to fight the alligator off, and it was too late. Like,
this is my thing. And Kimberly and Kay, this is my thing. The child is 2 years old, so a child that small, you need to keep full watch on them so they don't get into stuff. Like, he's 3. I wouldn't let him even go down the stairs by himself because he can say anything and hurt himself. So if I had that mindset, I'm not gonna let a 3-year-old out my sight. How could this father go in some water? There's no swimming, restricted area, and let their child play in the water at night. Father is negligent and he needs to be arrested for it. Yeah, that is very negligent.
That's child neglect right there.
Say? What did they say? Give the parents respect. You know, the media is giving them respect. Let them grieve privately and all that kind of stuff like that. You know, these people went in so crazy. They was making death threats and everything against the black family and stuff like that. And I'm like, wow. And that karma. See, they putting karma on innocent people, their own people. The shit that they doing and stuff like that. They don't want to talk about. They don't want to talk about that.
Hell no, they don't want to talk about that shit. They fucking over their own people.
I didn't even know that back then they used black babies as Gatorgate. Basically. I never knew. Yeah. I heard about that. I started to get a little iffy on them. I'm like, you know, is this karma or what is this going on? You know what? My husband didn't even know either. He didn't know either, and I was telling him about when they would use black kids as gator bait, and he's 16 years old, and he didn't even know that. But see, I have family that comes down south. I got family from New Orleans, and especially all down there in that area, especially anywhere where gator country is. I used to hear those stories that they would take, especially black boys, and they would take little black boys and use them for gator bait. Did it all the time. I'll fix that for you, babe.
That's karma on the white folks, man.
And then they killed 4 alligators because a white baby got killed. That's wrong. The gator didn't even eat the baby. The baby drowned inside of the water. Yeah. That was wrong for them to kill that alligator.
But hold on, they ain't go after that gorilla though. They ain't go after no gorillas except one.
Yeah. Really a sad thing.
Oh yeah, Kim, tell me about that Donald Trump thing.
What did you say?
You tell me about somebody's trying to kill Donald Trump.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me get in this. I couldn't hear you, broke up. Just like you talking about Donald Trump?
Yeah, you tell me about something Donald Trump earlier.
There's been what I was making, the comparison I was making was the crazy stuff that he be talking and stuff like that. There's people going to be making attempts on his life, and it's going to be his own. And they had this what was that, Governor George Wallace, when it was kind of weird, a little bit before my time too. He literally stood in front of at a door because he didn't want black folks going to college, and a white man came up and shot him. He ended up in a wheelchair, and for the rest of his life, black people took care of him and wiped his ass. So in these situations, and you see it a lot, they so busy looking at us, what we gonna do, and they have disarmed us to the point where we can't do nothing to them. And it's the very person next to their shoulder. It's the very people that they are hire over us, and people to come overseas and stuff. And people don't like them. They don't like them. And I'm not saying us directly, but I'm saying our overall race. We've been abused so much. We so dumb. We real quick to show our loyalty to these suckers and stuff like that. And then they always looking at us, but in the end, it's the other ones that end up fucking them dry.
And that's what I'm getting about our people voting for Donald Trump. Like, how can y'all represent Trump? And he's racist as fuck.
Yeah, I don't be getting it. Some of our people are drunk on something that I do not understand. I don't know what, like they in a spell or something. The girl, they got to be under some kind of spell. Because you know what I be wondering? You know that sheriff, that cool sheriff. I mean, he's sickening too. Sheriff Clark.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
This dude is so delusional that he the type of guy. Before he'll get it that white folks don't care nothing about him, he would have to have a gun cocked to his head and shot him a couple of times before he realized, oh, they don't like me. See, at the end of the day, the reason why you have coons act the way that they act and do what they do is a couple of factors. Human nature, that's just human nature. You want people to like you, you know, and then or out of sheer frustration or laziness, you just figure, I'll just give up and just cave into the system and stuff. Like when I was listening to Stephen A. Clark talking about Carey, that basketball player, Stephen Carey, whatever Carey, I forget his first name, talking about the basketball games were fixed, and he was talking about she better know her place. She better know her place. He was going on and on and on like that.
Yeah, Stephen A.
Stuff
Smith.
like that.
How you tell
Yeah, he going on off, but he don't say that about white women when they say some greasy shit. So he's running around. He figured like he can tell black folks they better know their place. And I'm telling you, I've been hearing brothers more and more.
Smack the shit out of Stephen A. Smith. Slap the shit out of him.
They say they catch his ass on the street, they're gonna fuck him up because he talk too much. He talk way too much.
Oh, remember Pastor Jamal Bryant that got ran out of Baltimore? Is on YouTube. These so-called preachers and these motherfucking black people that be on these fucking news, CNN, all that shit, they gonna be getting their ass whooped on the street talking that shit.
Yeah, they are. And more people are putting it out there. We better not catch your ass out on the street because you just talking real greasy, you know. And we have freedom of speech. And if that basketball player's wife wanted to say what she wanted to say, she could say what she wanted to say because at them basketball games, they be calling them dudes a sack of niggas, all kind of stuff like that. So you can't just say, oh, this particular person, they can't talk because they're blah, blah. No, it don't work like that, nigga. It don't work like that. Exactly. And then you're going to sit up and say, you better know your place. When that white woman went off on his ass and they suspended him and he couldn't come on TV for like a week. When that nigga came back on TV, he said, I was wrong. I'm sorry. And all that shit. I'm like, oh, and you know what? The crazy part is he will say this stuff. He don't care. He don't care that people call him a coon. He said, you can call me whatever you can call me. You don't have no dignity. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to put this out here for the world. And my husband already knows this. I will divorce my husband if he becomes a fucking coon. I don't care how much money he got. It's about your dignity, man. Come on. That's spineless.
These Negroes are willing to phone for that check, man. They don't give a fuck. That check is more important.
Yeah. I have told Kate on the phone to Leah more than once. If you ever catch my ass slipping, seem like I'm coning or something, tighten my ass up. That's what we here for. So wait a minute, what you been talking? You okay? And I'm not joking what I'm saying. You okay? You know, you rather look good in these people's eyes than somebody else's. But at the end of the day, it's not even about people. Are you in favor with God? God don't like that. God don't like that. And that has nothing to do with no religion. That's just all about having some self-dignity and respect, man. And stuff like that. You know what, Talaya, you know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about you the other day, and I was listening to, my girlfriend yesterday, I was thinking about you, and she was reading about how people were approving these prom dresses where the girls' titties and ass was all out, but then anything African, they trip out about it and stuff like that. And you came up with my mom. I'm gonna do a video about you when I finish my King series. And I was thinking about that. And you know, the reason why they, like when you were talking on your videos about, you know, leave us alone, leave the youth alone, y'all trying to go back to your natural self, your natural hair, your natural garb, and everything else like that. They fear that. That's fearful to them. They're like, oh, what they want to do that for? They're afraid of that shit. Because what had happened is when more and more of the youth do stuff like that, they say, hey, I'm gonna wear, it's like peer pressure, and peer pressure becomes negative or positive, and you'll meet both of those standards. So we're talking about positive peer pressure. So you and your girlfriend say, hey, I'm gonna wear this little African dress, and then another girl here, and you know how girls want to outdo each other, and it's a positive thing. You're trying to outdo each other on who gonna wear the prettiest African garb, wear their hair natural, and all this kind of stuff like that. And then also negative peer pressure. Oh, say one of the girls are the leader in the group where I'm gonna have my shit hung out, and you will meet those standards. So they would rather for you to do the negative shit, and I already know y'all know this, than the positive shit. And then other youth start looking what other youth do because y'all set the trends and the fashions and everything like that. And that's why I keep saying the youth is going to get us up out of this stuff because they fear that shit. But they have no problem. I have never, ever, not one time, and I could be wrong, and maybe y'all could tell me, have y'all ever heard in the news where they said that they did not approve of some girl wearing a prom dress with her titties and ass all hung out? Ain't heard none of that. I haven't.
You see how these girls be dressing now? They go to prom, they be dressing all Lucci and slutty, but the African prom dresses that sister had on, the mother sister had, it was cute. Them African prom dresses.
It sure was. I liked them. It's so
I also talked about this yesterday to Kay, because I said, you know what, I dress a specific type of way. Like how I dress on YouTube, that's how I dress outside. If I'm gonna wear a head wrap, I'm gonna do that. I've noticed I get a lot of stares from people, and I feel awkward sometimes when that happens because I'm like, you know what? If I was walking around here wearing weave and all this other stuff, will I still get the stares? I just don't like that.
Yeah, it's just they're not used to see what you're doing is you're displaying self-respect, my queen. And then the things that we know that are totally dysfunctional, that's supposed to be normal now. And they'll try to make you feel like you're doing something wrong by you're just going back to your natural self. And you do stand out when you do that because people can't help but look at that. I seen where you had fixed yourself up and you had that little wrap on your head. That was bomb, girl. I was like, wow, she representing. I like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, white people are getting scared.
I was also talking to Kay earlier about how materialistic people will make fun of other people that just wear basic clothes, and I was just going in. I'm like, how are you guys gonna make fun of somebody what they doing, but you walking around here with some nigga shit like Jordans and LK hats and all this other stuff, like that makes you look stupid.
Yeah, it's like you start looking like carbon copies or something, Everybody started looking the same. You don't have your own little style. Doing your own little original shit.
Because I even pointed out too.
What?
Like I also said that I'm gonna let white people do that, and people get upset for what I'm saying. I'm like, let them wear that stuff. Let them make money for these black people and they brands that they so-called have, and what we need to do our own way too. I was also talking about how we need to open up, businesses, either get a loan from the bank or save up enough money and open you up like a store or something. And get people on board so you can have more people hired. You don't gotta work at corporate American jobs.
No. It's just you have to go back to what we have to do is like pay attention to like study. It's good to study like I would take like the Haitian community or the Jamaican community. They got a way where they borrow from themselves and they do their own checks and balances where you don't have to go to an institution because 9 times out of 10 you ain't gonna get the money anyway. And there might be a number of black-owned businesses that are established enough that can extend a loan and can already put your product in their store where you'll build up to the point where eventually you will have your own shit where you can get back in the position to pay them back, because the only way we can pay each other back is to basically give each other loans, but set those payment standards and stuff back based on how we want to set it, not how the society sets it. Because it's not always how I was trained. It's not always about, say for instance, Talia, you want to get something started. I got my own business. Say I could give you a $20,000 or $30,000 loan, and you got your stuff going, and I know it's gonna be a minute before you can pay me back. Well, the way my father taught me was those different creative ideals that you have. Maybe you can see where I'm lacking at in my business. So you may not pay me back monetarily all the money back, but you can help improve my business. You know what I'm saying? And in turn, because I already am established in my business, that I can put your products or whatever you got in my business, so you can start getting the revenue that you need in order to branch off eventually yourself. So it's not always just giving back like that way. So it's also giving back, your creative style, or even some places where I'm lacking at in a business sense too. So that's how my father raised me, and it makes a lot of sense, because then it strengthens us in turn, opposed to when you gonna give me my money back, when you gonna give me my money back, when you gonna give me my money back, and stuff like that. Because you can help improve me. It's that's how we strengthen each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Guys heard about the black tax?
Huh?
Okay, let Omari know. Okay.
You guys heard about the black tax?
No, what is that?
Yeah. It's like, no, us the black people donate money to something, but when they need some specific type of money, then they have it for them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It needs to be run by someone who is money smart and know how to, do all that good stuff.
You guys think?
Well, see, see, in a situation like that, you're right. That's where we have to put our differences to the side, because I got my little issues too, like anybody else. That's where you need somebody like a Dr. Boyce Watkins, because he knows their institutions, he knows the ins and outs of money and everything, and that's what he got a PhD in, and he knows how to run it, so we won't fall in those pits and paths where we're getting taxed to death and all that kind of stuff like that. You're right about that. You're right about that. So you see how money is more valuable, not money, but our education, our knowledge, our skills are more valuable than money. In order for us not to lose money, because we have to still operate within this system, and we can keep in mind that we're not of this system, but we can operate in this system, benefit from this system, and still stay detached from this system. It's a hell of a thing. Like I said, and I'm gonna keep repeating this: we have to heal in the war, we have to heal in the chaos, we have to operate in the chaos, and you have to really be like a war strategist, and you have to use all the skills around you within your royal family, because there's a lot of people that got money and don't know what the fuck they doing, and throw all this shit together and don't make a dime. Like you were saying, you need somebody to know how to operate that money.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I was handing $1 million right now, I would know what to do with it. I would have to put some of it up, invest and try to build something, make a stock out of it.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, if I had $1 million, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, I'm gonna be real ghetto. I'm gonna go buy me a bunch of stuff. Y'all know I like jewelry, because y'all see me with that jewelry on all the time. I'm just being real with you, because that's how the system affects you. I'm gonna go up there and go get Kay, and we're gonna act real ghetto. I'm gonna go find Talia. I know she like her shit. I'm just being real with y'all. Then when I figure it all out, they'll be like, we gotta go do something with the money. I'm just keeping it real.
For real. That's true.
But yeah, we do have to do those things. But to say that you would get $1 million in your hand and you think, I'm gonna make every decision right, No, you're not going to. You're going to spend it on yourself. You know why you're going to spend it on yourself? Because you are economically sore. And there are things that your eyes see that you want. That's just human nature. And there's nothing wrong with that. The part where it gets wrong at is that we don't know how to take that money and generate more money from that money.
Yeah.
But we know how to spend the hell out of it.
Hell yeah, that's our problem. Then we spend on other race people. Don't even, they still spit in our faces.
Mm-hmm. So they don't trip. They don't trip when we get tons of money because they know we're gonna spend it back into other communities.
But when we start putting our money together, investing in our communities, that's when they get scared.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when they want to start shooting shit up. Like they did.
That's why we have to teach our children early on about money, because I wasn't taught how to budget or nothing about money. I had to learn as I go and figure the thing out, and made mistakes along the way. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hi.
Materialistic and coming out of it's just how it is.
Uh-huh.
I just don't get it. You know, people just want to, they just and shoes and they want the best hair, stuff like that. But you guys are not thinking. Get some fresh water.
And then there's some ice in the refrigerator.
Yeah, people don't be thinking about stuff like that when they have money. Sometimes I don't be thinking like that either. I still got like a few money saved up and stuff, so.
Mm-hmm. But you know, you can start like with the money thing. You know, if you got you know you and your man, you can start this individually in the household with you and your man. Saving you a little money. I tell you something that I have done. I got a 5-gallon water bottle, one of those plastic ones that I found on the street. And 3 years ago, I challenged myself. I went through the entire house. It took me a couple of weeks. I went in every drawer, everywhere, and gathered up all the change, all the cars. And I told my son and my husband, I said, every day, even if it's a penny, put some money in that 5-gallon bottle. Okay, then I looked online and I found out that a pound of mixed change, 1 pound of mixed change is $11.27. So when we weigh the water jug, it gives you an idea how much money is in the jug. So the other night, me and my son put the jug on the scale, and it was like 92 pounds and 6 ounces. We had over $1,000 in there, and my theory came true. That's how much coins we just wasting around the house. So we done saved over $1,000 just in coins, just in a house and stuff. So my husband said, what we need to do is get another one. So if we use that one, we always have another one full. So you got to fill up 2, and you always have. So that whole bottle, when you fill it to the rim, you got a little over $2,000 in mixed coins. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I can't save
so in 3 years, just on coins, I saved. We saved, not I, a little over $1,000 because we waste money. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, if your ass is broke, no money nowhere, that water jug gonna start looking real pretty because you know, you know, it's some bread in there.
Yeah. Oh, Talia must have left.
Talia left. Maybe she got cut off.
Let me see if I can send her another link.
Uh-huh.
Or she might just call back because she called on that one, so she might just call back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who you got on here? Mr. Rogers. I got a picture of Mr. Rogers.
Mm-hmm. Says, hi, neighbor. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
I used to watch it when I was a kid. Oh, there she go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, you know, I'll be the one with the piggy bank. Like, I save a lot of change. And when it gets full, I just take it to Coinstar.
There you go. Hey, Talia, when you can, find me one. I did a challenge on Facebook with a couple of people. And some people gave up. I said, if you know, because you can see them little 5-gallon bottles around. Put it deep in your closet where you don't see it, and just keep dropping it in there, dropping it in there. It'll add up, girl. It will add up.
I have to start doing that shit. At least a couple of $100 doing it.
No, what I'm saying is, just what I'm saying is, I just wanted to see how much money we were wasting, just in coins. And then I be seeing coins on the street. And I tell you another place where I find a lot of coins. Go to like one of them fast food restaurants, like the drive-through, and open the door and look on the ground. I found $5 one time. It's always money on the ground, always. I'm always looking down there, and I put it right in the bank. I heard people don't think that them couple of coins ain't valuable enough. Be looking for them. And a lot of this is done by design. They don't want us to value money. That's why I said they don't mind giving us a few millions of dollars to go away, because they look at money the way we look at money differently. Like they kill one of our royal family members, give them a couple of $1 million and stuff, because they know 9 times out of 10 we don't have money management skills, and we're gonna run through it anyway. And the money goes back to them. We buy a house, 9 times out of 10 buying it from white folks. We buy our cars. We don't own no manufactured car companies. We don't build cars, so that goes back to them. We don't own any clothing factories. You see how all the money goes back to them eventually anyway?
That's fucked up. They want it that way though.
So that's why I was hip hop of they're willing to invest in our demise. And stuff.
That's crazy.
Exactly. That's what we just need to be money smart and be financially smart too.
Yeah, financially smart. And then one thing that we have to do is, like my husband was talking about this. Within our own collective royal family. If I borrow some money from Talea, I need to pay it back to her in full. It's hard for us to get this damn money. And we'll sit up and shuck and jive each other and all that kind of stuff. And there's some things that we need not to do it ourselves. But when we owe the man some money, we'll break our damn neck trying to get it back to him. And I don't like that we do that to each other and stuff. And because it's really hard for us to get, we're going to get. We're all up in each other's face for it. And then when it's time to pay it back, then we develop an attitude. And we develop an attitude because we feel like, well, you my brother, you my sister, you're supposed to give it to me. No. So you have to
give discounts or making it for free. No, you're not supposed to do that, because if I was like, you would give me all my money up.
That's right. It's like if you had a store, this is what we do to each other. I'm just being real on this, and I don't care if any of ours get pissed off. I never have ever done this. If you have a store, I'm not gonna go into Leah's store and tell her, oh, come on, so you can give a sister a break. Come on, you can give a sister a break. You don't do that when you're going to white people's store.
Exactly.
That's some disrespectful ass shit. I don't like that kind of stuff.
I just don't be getting it.
No, we always we want the hookup from each other, and we all got people in our family and friends. They always got money problems. They ducking and dodging you, and then when it's time to pay you back, they get convenient amnesia and stuff like that. And I don't like that inner stuff that we do to each other when it comes to money. Which I rarely borrow money, but when it comes to my own with money, I will not pay the man and pay my own. That's how much I value my own. You feel me? That motherfucker can wait. I ain't gonna tell my own to wait. Fuck them. That's my attitude. But see, we do the opposite. We'll say, nah, we're gonna make our own wait. That's how we abuse each other. And that make you feel some kind of way. I'm not gonna sit here and preach and talk all this stuff and not live it. I'm not saying I live everything 100% true, but you can't preach one thing and live another thing. That's why you find like a lot of these black, like some of these black folks that are leaders in the community, and you be like, what's their downfall? You know what their downfall be? They don't be living what they preaching. You know that pastor Jamal Bryan?
Hell yeah.
I watched a video where a dude from the hood told him that motherfucker don't come back here. Don't come back here. And I knew what the brother meant. People were saying this and saying that, but I knew what he meant. It was like, man, come on. You preaching one thing, but you out here doing the same thing like everybody else is doing. But if he got a couple of little dollars, and then you come to the black community and you pointing your finger and preaching, and you can't keep your damn pants up, and you screwing every time they can hear it. He got some woman up here in California that he wanted her to abort the baby because he didn't want nobody to know because he worried about his image. Nobody ain't tripping off of you because you got babies here, there, and everywhere, but you can't not go to the community preaching and then living that old phony ass lifestyle. And I'm glad that brother told you, get your ass up out of here with that fake shit.
Hell yeah, that's why I was telling you earlier about that shit about Jamal Bryan, man. These preachers gonna start getting called out. What? TDJ's gonna start getting called out. Stephen A. Smith is already getting called. These black people, all these fucking so-called Bucknets and Negroes and Sambos and Bear Witches, these gonna get called the fuck out.
There you go. There you go. Because they live in two different lives. And the only reason, and then the arrogance of them is they think they can come to the black community because they got a couple of extra fucking dollars and talk crazy, and then they'll get in their nice car and go back to their white neighborhoods that they live in.
Negroes, he start whooping their ass.
Yeah.
Like, no.
That's what Willie D was talking about. He said you got to make it in such a way where these folks will start thinking, oh, I can't come down here to these communities talking like that and all that. They subject to their ass whooped. You got to make them afraid.
People rather listen to Farrakhan than listen to them.
Yeah. It was a dude that I used to work with. He was a straight ass gangster, and he had spent like 12 years in jail, and me and him was working together. But he was still really young. And something I picked up on what he was saying because he was dangerous. And I would be talking some sense to him, and I could tell that I could have got hurt because he said, "Oh, you talking real talk to me, sis." I still talk to him this day. Say I was talking one thing to him and doing another thing to him. You can't be playing with us like that, you know. And that dude, he would protect me at work. He was so respectful. And so that's what these old bougie, coonish ass niggas don't be understanding. Oh yeah, I got a key to the black community. I can come down here and talk to them any old kind of way, and stuff like that. Nah, man, come on. And then you want to act like you better than, because you got a couple of funky ass dollars. But then when you get stripped of everything, you come right back to us. No, take your ass back to the white folks. See how they gonna carry you. See how they gonna look after you. They don't want to be bothered with you. Well, if you don't got nothing, if they can't get nothing out of you.
And this is my thing. These so-called pastors want to open up the Bible and everything else, but then they'll turn around and be like, give me tithes. I'm like, where in the Bible it says to give the pastor money? Give money to people that need it most, like a shelter or a homeless person on the street. Give him some money so he can food. You know, that's
right.
crazy. People still be bold. Do this. I'm like, do y'all even see this?
No, you know what? I have a first-hand account of this. The church that me and my husband go to off and on. My husband been knowing this pastor way before he met me, and he loaned the dude $700 over 30 years ago. He's probably paid him back 200 of it. And about 3 years ago, he called my husband on the phone and asked my husband for $3,000 and told my husband that his sister was sick in Dallas and stuff. And my husband said, "I don't know $3,000," and he got indignant. Said, "Well, do you got 300?"
Oh, hell to no.
And yeah, serious. And his thing, his I guess he figured since I'm the pastor, you just supposed to shower with money. And my husband didn't give him none. And I was telling my husband, I said, I think because we got a couple of little nice older cars, he probably think or assume that we got money. And I said, one thing that I don't like about what we do in our community is we count each other's money.
Exactly. I'll tell my
You know what I'm saying?
what I got in my pocket.
And we'll base it on what we think somebody have. We got a Hummer, Talea. The Hummer is 14 years old, but it looks brand new because my husband polishes and waxes the hell out of it. But you see how superficial we are in this system because somebody drives a certain vehicle, they figure they got money hanging out. We don't have fixed income shit. Come on. But then even your own pastor is looking at you like that. How you could fix your mouth to ask somebody in your congregation for $3,000, and you ain't even paid the man back. You owe him some money. The man gave you some money over 20 years ago, and you still ain't paid him back. But you're gonna fix your mouth and figure he's supposed to give you $3,000 plus you're supposed to pay your tithes. That's some bullshit. Like that is some bullshit.
And to be honest with you, and to be honest with y'all, I hope people wake up and see how phony. I'm not saying all these preachers are phony, but the ones that are, I hope, because I've watched a couple of YouTube videos where people said they walked out of Clefro Dollar's church and stuff. Like, I hope people just start waking up and see how phony these preachers are. They just walk their ass out.
You know what? Overall, the black churches are held up by single parent black women.
Exactly.
Giving that money. And you know what they need to do? You do better. Say you got a little money to the side, just a little bit of something. You do better if if you feeling like you want to give, to go buy that woman a bag of groceries, go buy that, knock on the door and say, hey, I'm gonna take your kids and get them some tennis shoes, a couple of pair of pants or some drawers or a coat, opposed to giving the money to the church and the pastor come pull it up in a damn Cadillac. At least you see where the money went, you know? I'd rather do that. I know exactly where it went.
Exactly. But I'm not going to give my money to no preacher that he's going to use to buy cars and jets and go on vacations and shit. And they got people out there starving.
I have another story I tell y'all. Yeah. A few years ago, me and my husband was thinking about looking to buy a house in California. And the real estate dude, it was a brother, real nice older brother. And he had met us after church. And so my husband was like, how was church and stuff like that? And he said, the pastor is tripping. And he was like, what you mean, man? He said the pastor had went on some conference for pastors, right? And what he was pissed off was he had to fly on Southwest Airlines, and he wants the church to buy him an airplane.
Oh my goodness.
And that Sunday when he got on the pulpit, that's what he was preaching about, how he looked when he fly into different places. Because the church puts the money together to make sure he can fly to his different events, get a room and stuff like that. But he's worried about how he looks, so he wants an airplane so somebody can fly him in and stuff like that. And he the kind of church that this man go to, ain't even one of them mega churches. It's just a everyday, regular church, maybe about the most 200 members. You get in an airplane, you gotta have a place to put it, to rent, to keep it there. You gotta have a mechanic to maintain it. You have to have a pilot to fly it, and all that stuff.
That shit costs money.
You know what I would have did? I would have got up and walked out. I would be like, honey, I ain't mean to be rude, but this nigga got some issues. I ain't buying him no airplane. You got poor women up in here in this church, barely making it, and his ass he's upset today because he wants somebody to get him an airplane. He got him fucked up with some other people. He would have got up and walked out. To sit and fix your mouth to say some mess like that in church. People is a joke. Girl. Yeah, that's what I said.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like these preachers don't give a fuck about the poor, but they want to talk about help the poor. Like, how can y'all preach all that stuff but do another? Like, you gotta practice what you teach, basically.
You know what? I went to a church one time, and it was just visiting this church, and the pastor sent the plate around and stuff like that. Then after he sent the plate around, he said, "Oh, I forgot. I want the congregation to know that sister so and so, remember her house burnt down, and everybody had already dug up the money. Now you want an extra sacrificial fund. The sacrificial fund, the building fund, The mystery fund. That's crazy.
And then, the crazy thing is they got all these people working up in this church and nobody's getting paid off of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a money making thing.
No, the pastor and the first lady getting all the money. They got them ushers, the bishops, and nobody's getting them money besides the pastor.
Mm-hmm. But them mega churches, like TD Jakes and all of them kind of stuff, the kind of churches like I like small churches where you get to know your congregation, grassroots type of stuff. But I don't like them big mega churches. How do you know them people up in there?
Yeah, that's a lot of people. And that's like you can have a concert up in that.
And then when it gets too big like that, then you have your cliques, you know.
That's too big. You can have a Beyonce can have Beyonce can have her concert in the TD Jakes church.
Huh?
I said Beyonce can have a concert up in TD Jakes church, big as his church is.
Oh, something just popped up on my news feed. Donald Trump accused of raping 13-year-old in lawsuit. Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rape allegations against Donald Trump. What the fuck?
That's some crazy ass shit. Donald Trump's a racist and a rapist.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the story. It's a raw story. It just popped up in my news feed. Let me see what it is. They got an article about federal lawsuit. When it pops up, I'm gonna read it.
Oh yeah, we're going to talk about Donald Trump for like a good hour or two after this shit.
Well, the closer you to, because they're gonna be voting in November, they're gonna be slinging mud. They're gonna be bringing up all kind of shit. Exactly. Okay, here it is. Y'all ready for me to read it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, a woman filed a lawsuit in New York on Monday, alleging that the presumptive GOP presidential nominee, Donald Trump, raped her in 1994 before threatening to harm her and her family if she talked. According to the woman, who identified in court documents as Jane Doe, she met Trump and several parties in an Upper East Side thrown by billionaire investor Jeffrey Espin, I think, in the 90s. Let me see here. Let me go down.
Damn.
The suit alleged Trump and Espin lured the 13-year-old and several other young women to the parties and was promising modeling careers and cash. According to the allegations, Trump tied her to the bed, exposed himself, raped her while ignoring her pleas to stop. The suit states that Trump responded violently, striking the plaintiff in the face with his open hand and screaming that he would do whatever he wanted. Immediately following this rape, defendant Trump threatened me that wherever he said, what he said, wherever I want to reveal any of the details of Trump defendants of the sexual and physical abuse of me, my family, and I would be physically harmed, if not killed, the plaintiff alleged. Another woman identified in the documents as Tiffany Doe supported the allegation, saying that she met Espin at the Port Authority, where he hired her to seek out and recruit young women for his parties. Jane Doe filed a similar suit in April in California, only to have it dismissed for inappropriate paperwork. When it was addressed, the affidavit with her name was found to be abandoned. The woman's new lawyer, Thomas Mager, told the New York Daily News that the original suit was filed without the help of any attorney. She claimed she remained silent until this year because she felt threatened. Now check this out. Before I say, I'm gonna read the rest of it. Okay, now that was in '94. Now nobody don't want to believe that, but then they got women in five said that Bill Cosby raped them 50 years ago. I'm just thinking about that. I'm just gonna put that out there. Let me finish it. So those attorneys must now convince a federal judge to waive the New York's 5-year statute of limitations on the civil rape case because she felt her freedom of will to speak would be denied by the threats of retaliation. Regarding the original lawsuit, Trump told Radar Online that the allegations are not only categorically false, but disgusting at the highest level and clearly feigned to solicit media attention or perhaps are simply politically motivated. This is absolutely no merit to the allegations, period. Come on, man. Look at the shit that they do in the Cosby. I'm like everybody else. I believe this shit.
It's karma.
Woo, karma's a bitch, ain't it?
I told you, Mike.
Yeah, you're right, huh? Mm-hmm. That popped up on Boyce Watkins channel.
Oh, the genocide.
That's crazy. And then in the bottom you can click on the article. It was on Raw Story. I like to see Harvey tackle that one.
I know Harvey be putting out some good points and facts on stuff.
Yeah. He be spitting that fire, man. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. They're gonna try to sweep it under the rug. Shit, like they always do. But I believe the shit. The way they're going in on our brothers, I believe it. And then I'm playing their game. I believe anything that white folks do wrong, but then when it come to us, they got to do an investigation. I need proof. How did I know that happened? All that. You feel me? That's how they do us. And then the other one that I do too. If we do something wrong, I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. Okay. Come on, man. You gotta counteract some of this insanity.
Yeah. I can't believe this is now coming out. Like this chick now just saying that Donald Trump, threatened her if she told somebody that he raped her. Y'all think he did that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, he did.
What's up, Mike Mills? You want me to send you a link?
If Mike start talking greasy,
No. He cool. Me and him squash the beef. He cool.
Okay, because I'm not playing with you, Mike. Just act like you got some sense, because I can go both ways.
We did a hangout like last week, I think, on Jamila.
All right. Just watch him. He might flip on you. Well, I'm just watching my queen's back because he messed with her for a long time. So, is she cool? Is she cool? I'm cool, but I'm still.
I'm gonna still be conscious and stuff, but it's all good and stuff.
All right. Well, just in case he flip, I'm just letting him know I will go there.
All right, Mike,
I will defend my queens.
Yeah, Mike, I sent you a link if you want to join the conversation. We can use a male's point of view too. Because I'll be listening to some of Mike's channel sometimes because he did a video. He said, "We cool, Mrs. K." Yeah, we cool.
Yeah, I'm watching them.
Yeah, we cool.
I'm just letting them know. I'm just putting it out there. I'm watching them.
Yeah, this is my homegirl Kim. She just got my back. Just let you know, she didn't mean to go at you like that, but she just having my back. But if you want to get in the conversation, you're welcome to. Oh shit, I got 9 people watching. Yeah, me and Talia did a hangout last night. 2-hour hangout last night.
Yeah, I gotta listen to that one. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. It'd be fun doing hangouts with Talia. Talia.
I know Liv, she got an old soul as young as she is. She'd be enlightening me on some stuff I don't even be thinking about.
Wait till she get older, she gonna be really wise.
I know. That's what I was tripping off of.
Yeah.
So did he click into your link? No, not yet. Just got the one. We can't hardly get the men on here to speak.
I know.
I like them to get the male perspective.
Yeah. Jay Limby asked me to do hangouts. Susie called. I asked him to do a hangout. He talked about maybe tomorrow. I'm like, dude, you already called, but I'm like, fuck it. Yeah, but it's cool though. But Donald Trump will get his moment.
Yeah, he sure is. Oh yeah, he will. Because you know why? Because he keeps just throwing out negativity after negativity after negativity. But I really think that somewhere in his mind, he just think ain't nothing gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
And people, yeah, yeah, well, and people, and then people think they're, some people that got money, they think that their money will protect them, and really, what you're supposed to do when you have money in abundance like that, you become even more humble. You become even have a more of a spiritual base. And I'm not. You're supposed to do that anyway, money or without money. But money does have a certain amount of power, and you're able to pay things off and get away with certain things, and that's where your discipline comes in. You know, it's like, don't cave into that type of stuff. The beauty to me is I'm like one of these people. I like to have money where I'm giving. The people don't know I'm giving to them, and I'm just standing on the sidelines watching them overjoyed because they have overcame some of their problems because they just needed some money, to help them. I don't even want them to know that, because I get the gift just watching. I'd be like, wow, that's cool. That makes me feel good. But to be arrogant and nasty and anything come out of your mouth and stuff like that, and because he's even did like what George Zimmerman did. He's mocked God because he's thinking, oh, I'm getting away. No, you're not getting away. The way I look at it is, it was some people. God is still giving you a chance to get it right. Still giving you a chance. You ain't getting away with nothing because you're gonna have to deal with your shit.
Sooner or later, somebody's gonna take his ass out.
And it'll catch you when you least expect it.
Watch.
I give you a good example.
Watch. Somebody gonna catch George.
Have you ever heard like they say like the Kennedys are cursed, right?
Yeah.
And they have had a lot of tragic things happen in their family. And the Kennedy's father, he had to watch. Let me see. I think it was 4 of his kids die. And that, as wealthy as that man was, he was wheelchair bound. And I'm gonna tell you what he did. He had an older daughter, and they said she had some mental health issues. And so what he did was he had what you call a phlebotomy done. And a phlebotomy is they take a portion of your brain out, right? And the surgery didn't go right, and it made her just lifeless. And the reason why he wanted her to get the surgery because she was sexually promiscuous. Okay, so he got this one daughter, now she's lifeless. Then he has a son. He was in the military. He dies in an airplane. Then he has another older daughter. She dies in the airplane. Then he has a son. He gets shot before the world. Then he has another son that gets shot before the world. Look at all that stuff. And they said he was sitting right there, like in the wheelchair, having to watch all this destruction in his family. But he was extremely wealthy. Extremely. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, what did this man do? He got all this wealth, but he's sitting there watching all his kids just drop like flies, and stuff. And that's that thing that we talk about, karma. And I remember as a child, I would hear my grandfather and them talk about it. They used to say that the Kennedys were cursed. They were cursed because they ain't doing shit right and stuff like that. And I tripped off of that. And you know what? And if you do some more research about the family, you'll hear about other family members dying. They had one family member, Skin. He slams into a tree. Then John F. Kennedy Jr., he dies on the airplane with his wife and his sister-in-law. It goes on and on and on with them.
What happened to his wife? John F. Kennedy's wife.
She died of lymph node cancer. Yeah. And they got a lot of money, and it's like, do y'all want any of that Kennedy money? They can have every dime.
That money probably cursed
all
too.
All money ain't good money.
That money probably cursed too.
Yeah, all money ain't good money, honey.
But
and it's not about the money. It's about character. It's about being right within, doing the right things, because I really truly feel like this. When you are in a position of power, there are things that are put in place for you to do right. And when they killed Gaddafi, is that the Gaddafi dude?
Yeah.
I hope I'm saying the right name. When they killed him, if y'all read all the stuff that he was doing for his people, he took that wealth and spread it right back. Them people didn't want for nothing. They want for nothing. And this country will look at that stuff for the European countries and say, "Oh no, we don't like that." Who are you to dictate what people do in their other countries? See, this is this country's problem. They are trying to run the world.
They think they're white privilege.
And then they call themselves being unquote ethical. They ain't ethical. I was watching. I don't know if you seen it the other day, Kay. The Radical Home Goddess was doing a video about how they have now in these European countries have to put up laws because these white folks will not stop having sex with animals. They just going in on animals. They keep wanting to go up in them and stuff. I'm like, yeah, something wrong with them. It's like, what are you doing, man? Exactly. What's wrong with these cave people? I'm trying to tell you.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna send a photo real quick. I seen this on Instagram. It's a very funny picture. It has something to do with white people and Asians too. But yeah, like there's something wrong with them. They be those fucking animals. It be them.
Yeah, because when she was breaking that all down on her video, I was like, because she talks kind of real scientific and stuff like that. But I mean, what she was saying, because she's sweet about it, but it was hitting in spots that I know they didn't like it. I know they didn't like it, and I was like, wow, y'all nasty. That's what I like to say. Y'all just straight nasty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I think sure. It shows you how we see animals and Asians look at them like meats and white people look at them like sex objects or something.
They look, so they looking at a damn animal like I wanna have sex. Oh wow.
That's crazy.
That's sick.
Yeah, they sick. They nasty. They probably got diseases too, sleeping with these animals.
Wow. So what did I put here? Oh, this is what I put. This is what I wrote. I said the more oversexed communities, the sicker and nastier they get because they want more. They will never achieve complete pleasure within their soul. And I said, keep your sex healthy, my royal family. Because sex starts in the head. They think so. It all starts in your head. So they thinking it's real fucked up.
They're gonna make that shit illegal, so they're gonna work on making pedophilia illegal. What? Man-boy lovers and shit.
Yeah. And then she was also saying that the reason why that they're trying to push this gay marriage and stuff real hard because the gay community is trying to abolish heterosexual relationships, period.
They're trying to make it illegal.
And then she was coming up with some deep stuff. She was also saying that there was one time in the European countries that they were encouraging white people to fondle their children's genitals. I was like, damn.
Whoa.
Yeah. I was like, I like how we be digging up stuff. I said, boy, she was digging up some stuff that was making me go, wow, thank you, Father, for blessing me being a Black woman. I don't think like that. Ooh, I don't want to be in that world.
They have sex with everything that moves, animals, like children. That's sad. That's like a monster. You know how they are?
Mm-hmm. Those are demons. They're demons.
It is. That's some demonic ass thinking.
That's evil. And they want to turn around And they want to turn around and make fun of black women and black men for what's going on over here. But y'all don't want fucking animals and little kids. That's what y'all do.
And you see, you know what? And see, the thing is, when people get in that type of perversion with their sexuality, there's a pleasure part in our brain, and that's how that particular person gets off. And they claiming that you can put these people in jail and reform them. You can't, because that's how that has been developed in that person's brain about how they get off. You have to take them, get a gun, and blow them in the brain and put them in the ground because they ain't no good to society. Point blank. Because, and I know it sounds harsh what I'm saying, because if you keep them around, they're going to infect the community with that type of thinking. Mm-hmm. At one time, I used to hear stuff like that, and I'd be like, "Oh, that's terrible to kill them off." But as I've gotten older, I kind of see what they're talking about now. I don't want that shit around me. Mm-hmm. I don't like all that. That sick shit. You know, now the pole little animals. You know, you got a little Fluffy in the corner. You got to worry about somebody trying to go up in them. Woo!
You probably fucking them cats too. Hopefully cats cross their football.
Yeah, a cat will fuck you up. They had on the Facebook group I used to be on a few years ago, okay? They had to take it down. I wouldn't watch it. They had a white girl fucking a German Shepherd. And my husband, he watched it. He told me, he said that dog been fucking that woman because it was normal for him. And I was like, ooh, the dog it was just fun. I was like, what? I was like,
I know which one you talking about. That Alyssa Gonzalez chick that fucked her dog because she lost a bed or some shit.
Ew. No, this woman, all I know is the video was like she was by herself with her dog, and she filmed her screwing the dog, and I covered my ears. I told my husband, "Can you watch this?" He said, "Let me see this shit," and he watched it because it's I can't.
It's too sickening.
Yeah, it'll fuck up my psyche. I can't. I'm just being real with y'all. Some shit, it just I can't go there. Oh, we got somebody here. Who is this? I'm late, but I'm here. Roderick Davis.
Oh, that's Bobby.
Come on, brothers. We want to hear some men.
Where's Bobby at? I see him messaging.
Yeah, send him a message and stuff. Yeah, I text him and said, because he said he saw the picture that you sent on them animals, that BCL. Oh, there he is.
Oh, what we got?
Bobby. Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Oh, we got a king in the house.
Hey.
What's up?
Happy King's Day.
Happy King's Day.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
So what's the topic for today?
We was talking about bestiality towards white people.
Oh man. Oh my goodness.
He said, "Oh shit." He said he done really stepped in something, huh?
Well, you know, in Canada they cooking dogs and eat them.
Yeah, you ever went to Chinatown? You don't see any dogs around. I went to Chinatown down there in LA. I didn't see no mess of dogs around, and I was walking on one foot.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm from San Francisco, California, and I'm 50 years old. And they've been doing that, folks. They've been cooking up dogs and all that shit. Because they used to tell us when I was a kid, keep your dogs close. Because my dad used to say, lean, king, come. We'll have that sucker in the oven, cooking them.
Yep.
That's what. Because I noticed like there was some cats and dogs around.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be eating no dogs. They're pets, not food.
Mm-hmm. And you know what else? You know what else they'll do up here where I live? They'll eat the pigeons, and pigeons ain't nothing. I call them pigeons is rats with wings, man. The little nasty fuckers.
Yes, they are.
Because if you be looking at them, look at their little nubs, their feet and stuff. They don't develop properly because they're not healthy. They're out there eating garbage in the street and shit. And there's a lot of them out here in the Bay Area, but they'll eat them fuckers. They will eat them fuckers up. They will. Yeah. I don't eat out of their restaurants. I make my own Chinese food at the crib.
Exactly. You make your own little meal.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people, stay with that Chinese food, man. It's dangerous, man. Especially in the hood.
It's bad all over. It's bad up here in the Bay Area too. Don't think it's just in LA. And you know what else they doing up here that I don't like? In the hood, our folks is messed up. Now they opening soul food restaurants. They cooking ham hocks, greens. I'm like, I go in there, I said, wait a minute, some Chinese people on this motherfucker. What's going on?
Wow.
Oh, they got me. What's wrong with us?
Wow.
See, me and my husband, we walk out of places like that. I'm not gonna buy nothing from them. I can cook my own fried chicken and shit.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
And I would go to a black-owned soul food restaurant before I let an Asian cook me some greens. Fuck that shit.
Yeah,
This was a little story. It was this one, I think it was a Japanese or Chinese restaurant. They was using whale meat and they was making that. That was years ago.
Yeah, it's Japanese. Japan. Yeah.
Japan? Okay, I never heard of that one.
Yeah, they have something called whale wars, where the Americans go and try to save the whales. I don't know why, but they get them, they capture them, and also with dolphins, they kill the dolphins, torture them, and eat them and sell them.
Wow, motherfuckers.
Sick bastard.
Amazing.
It's disturbing.
It's quite disturbing.
The
Yeah,
white
it is.
supremacy
They had
knows that shit though, but they ain't gonna shut them bitches down because they're doing it to us.
See, not too many black folks to change. I got hope. We ain't all giving into that shit.
No. That's no.
Yeah.
And as far as the bestiality was going on for long time.
Yeah, I was telling the queens that I was listening to the Radical Home Goddess the other day, and she was talking about in a lot of the European countries, they're having to make up laws because these white folks won't stop fucking animals.
Yep.
I'm like, damn.
Horses, goats, everything.
Yeah, I mean, to the point, she was saying that it's so bad. She was reading this article that they screwing these animals and messing up their gym thing. They just, torturing them. And I'm like, that's some sick shit.
Yep. You feel what Will Smith with the white girl? The dog was down in her crop. The dog was doing something. Well, we know what it was doing. I said, what the hell? Is that him? I was like, what the hell?
Just before you had got on, I was telling the girls a couple of years ago, a Facebook group I was on. This guy had posted up a videotape. This white girl was screwing a dog. I wouldn't watch it. My husband did, and my husband after he watched it, he said that woman, the dog, act like it was just normal. I'm like, ooh.
Yep.
Oh, man. Fucking horses too.
But it's gotta be bad if they starting to put up laws in European countries saying, hey, y'all can't be fucking animals.
Exactly.
Man, that's some crazy shit.
Why they do that shit? Like, what's the point of fucking the animal? Like, why?
But like you were saying to Leia, that's their thinking. Because sex started in your brain. So if you're thinking this is how I want to get off, how else is you thinking? What else is you thinking about this fucked up? Y'all can stay away from me with that shit, We're not of them. We're not of them people.
Nope, nope. Because it's a creative way to be a terrorist massacre, you know, a very extreme, pedophiles, you know. I mean, it's sex scenes. They think of these creative ways, you know.
Wow.
You know, and it's proven fact. History has shown this. History has shown it.
And I did some research that they're trying to make that man boy love legal, that pedophilia shit.
NAMBA. That's that group called NAMBA. That's what it's called. Okay, NAMBA. The Male Boy Association, NAMBA.
Wow.
Because see what they're doing in NAMBA is, and NAMBA's been around for many, many years. What they're trying to do is they're in litigation and doing this too. They are trying to bring down the age of consent to have sex. So they want to bring it to, I think, age 12.
Yeah, oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what that's all about. They're saying that the child can give consent. Because what is the age now? Like, what, 16 or something?
Well, 18, but now 16, I heard.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what they're working on. It's, age 12. And I know a lot about this because I lived up here in San Francisco, grew up in San Francisco. I'm across the bay now. So, you know, I'm bombarded with all this gayness and stuff like that. And they just feel like they're right on everything that they do. And living up here in the Bay Area, one thing that I can tell y'all, having a high gay population, one thing that is really affecting San Francisco that a lot of people don't know, a lot of the schools are closing down. Now, I made this prediction when I was in, let me tell you what happened. Now, in my 20s, I made this prediction and it came true. I'm 50 now. And I said to my first husband, I said, this town, this city is not for families. Well, you know, now the high schools are closing, the elementary schools are closing, the middle schools are closing, and a lot of families are moving out of San Francisco because the rent is so high and it's more of a gay population, or just people that got a lot of money, and they're not getting those federal dollars. So it's affecting the city because they need those federal dollars to have those schools.
Right.
Now, what I did was I listened to Dr. Frances Welding almost every week until the day. I listened to her last interview because I was, you know, I wanted to soak up as much as I could from her. And she said something that made a lot of sense. She said that the gay lifestyle is dead.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why it's dead before it even starts, and it made a lot of sense, they cannot procreate.
Nope.
They can go ahead and go get someone to procreate, but the overall community does not procreate. So the ones that do, unquote, raise kids in their house, the natural thing that they're going to do, now this is my thinking, the natural thing that they're going to do is go back to procreating because they know it's not natural. Another prediction I'm gonna make, we're going to start hearing how their households really is. They're going to start writing books, and they're going to start telling on their asses too about how dysfunctional their houses is. Because you know, you hear about these, we always hear about these celebrities and these people's lifestyles and stuff, and you know, they'll turn on their parents real quick. You know, it started out with like Marnie Theorist, and they talked about how crazy that white woman was in there with her kids, beating them with hangers and shit like that. So this is what's going to happen. They're going to be exposed even more for their behavior because now that they're getting married, they're going to be running the court getting divorced too, and we're going to hear their business too.
That's going to be funny.
You feel me? Yeah, because I keep saying we are in the age of exposure where everything is being exposed lightning fast. So it may seem like they winning on one side, but they losing on another side because now everything's going to be exposed, and they're not going to like that their households are being exposed. You feel me? Yep. You see how God keeps a balance?
Yep.
Yeah. And so what they're going to try to do, this is what the gays are going to try to do. Once they realize that their kids is telling on them, once they realize that when they go to court and they divorce each other and they show how highly dysfunctional they is in their households, Then what they want to do is they're going to try to challenge that First Amendment, which is that one, the freedom of speech. They're gonna try to challenge it, and this country is not gonna let it go down because they're gonna start bitching and whining like, oh, they know about our business. I'm making a prediction.
Oh, this is what I want to add. I want to add this. The kids that's getting adopted by these gays and lesbians, they're gonna start exposing them, telling them that they're getting molested and all that shit too.
Yep. And then I'm gonna tell you something else funky that they do that I don't like. Me and my girlfriend, this is a funny story. Y'all can laugh if y'all want. So me and my girlfriend, we wanted to go have lunch in San Francisco. So we get on the train system. It's called BART up here. So when I get on the BART, I see these big old husky chicks. I mean, a lot of them. And I'm like, what's going on? I wasn't getting it. So me and my girlfriend, we get off the train and we messed up and we got up on the other side of the street and we ended up in the gay parade.
Wow.
So we had to wait on the other side of the street until the gay parade was over with because we couldn't cross the street, right? So what ended up happening was when the parade started, the first people that came out was families. And I got instantly pissed because I seen gay people, it was mainly gay white males, and they were able to adopt 4 and 5 white boys because black boys, because in the adoption system, that's the hardest kids to get adopted is black boys. And I said to my girlfriend, I said, you see this shit? I said, we can't even adopt our own because my stepdaughter, she can't have children and she keeps trying to adopt children and they won't let her adopt no children. The girl got work for Social Security and everything, can't adopt a baby. But they'll let 2 fags go adopt 4 or 5 little black boys.
And they be molesting
and this is a known, they be molesting them.
Irritated Genie be exposing that shit too.
Yeah, because like a lot of these white celebrities was on this trip about adopting black kids from Africa. Do you know in some parts of Africa they said, fuck that, y'all not adopting our kids because some white guys were adopting black boys and raping them. They said, fuck that.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
This goes down to celebrities. The celebrities do this,
Mm-hmm.
Like you heard about Madonna, she makes her little black kid slave.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Mm-hmm. She actually has the nerve to warm her feet. She actually has the nerve to have them lay on their stomach and put her feet on their back.
So she's doing that shit that they used to do during slavery. They used to take black kids and if they got sick and their thinking was you go get you a little black child and you put your feet on their belly and all the sickness would go to their belly. That's what that bitch is doing. Who did you just say?
They should be molesting little black boys too. They got the white female pedophiles too.
Yeah, a lot. Oh yes, hell yeah! Look at all them white teachers is always fucking trying to fuck around with a black kid, having sex with them constantly.
Oh, I'm a baby.
That shit runs in them people. That shit is in them people's DNA.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would be posted in the parking lot. She would come up on ass kicking. Yeah, because they do come up for free. Yeah, they would. Yeah. I'm down for that. Yeah, and they don't want to look at how perverted their community is. See, what they want to do, they constantly keep focusing on the black community and stuff. We are not the problem. We are not the problem, and they already know it. And like I said, the advantage that they have given our kings is since they won't hire him and let him work or anything, he's able to stand back and observe their behavior. Because like I said, from like about, if you can go to a black male around about 15 years old, 15 and up, he can tell you exactly of the psyche of a white man. He know that motherfucker from top to bottom.
Yep.
Because like I said, we are in a war, and when you are in a war, what you're supposed to do with your enemy is you're supposed to keep them fat and lazy. Supposed to make sure you work, make sure you eat good in your mind. In their mind, they think they're eating good and you're fattening them up for the kill. But what they do in black men, they keep them on a kind of a starvation type of thing where he's always keen to whoop your ass. He already know what you're thinking and stuff. So he's already hip to your bullshit. And that's not to say that black women don't know it, but they hire black women over black men. And so that's where you get the confusion with black women because they figure, well, I'm getting hired over him, and that's where she gets lost. I've seen it because I worked in construction for 17 years as a welder, and I worked a lot. And I seen it firsthand. And my father told me it was going to happen. And I was like, wow. I said, this is some shit. It just weirded me out. I would see some good brothers. You know what? I've been on jobs where a brother would show up and in 2 hours they would have his check because they didn't like his energy. I said, these motherfuckers. Nah, I worked in the trenches with the brothers, so I seen how they got down. They are some of the most inadequate people I have ever been around. White men are inadequate. White men are intimidated by black men. And if they see 3 black men in a corner talking, they freaks out.
Yep, they lose their mind.
Mm-hmm. So this is what I say to the royal family. When you see not 3, but when you see 2 white men talking, they having a clan meeting. Always remember that.
Yes, you know what else? If a white man is not comfortable with 2 black men talking about something constructive, never does. They like 2 black men talking about some idiocracy, or they're going at it with each other, fighting each other. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's what makes it comfortable. But if they see them strategically talking about something strategic, that's when their antennas go up. Literally.
Yeah, because you know what Dr. Frances Weldon was saying before she passed. She said about having self-respect, and she said what a white man will do on a job is a black guy will show up on a job, and the first thing they'll do is start talking sexual stuff, and they want to know. The first thing that the white boy want to know is he gonna say, yeah, so he start talking sexual stuff, and if the black guy is lost, he come, oh yeah, I did this to this sister and stuff like that, and then the white guy will run back. He'll run back and go tell the white guys, oh yeah, that black nigga, he said he fucked that black bitch like this and did that to this black bitch and all that kind of stuff like that. And she was saying you don't talk to them people about sex or nothing like that because you're not showing self-respect. She said they're never gonna like you, but you don't talk to them about that. And then they'll look at you like, oh, you can't come to that person and talk to them about those particular subjects and stuff. But I've heard of many a black man tell me, even my husband tell me, white man is always asking, can you get me some black pussy? I might do all that for you. Mm-hmm.
I'll make that white boy feel like shit on the job.
Right about that.
They're like, yeah, you can't mess with her. She ain't the one. I see that Bobby live is just me and you.
It is.
He told me why he was getting off the line. But it's cool though. Yeah, but you
it's all right.
You can't be talking about sex on the job. So I'm glad I didn't have that on my job with that fucking white boy.
Yeah. He would have got around to it eventually. Because they, nastiness, man.
And I'd have let his ass know by himself too. And I've told him I'll have a problem have my boyfriend check your ass.
Yeah.
He probably told him my ass that shit. I'm like, there ain't no threat, that's a promise. My boyfriend is burned the street, we live in the same part of town with.
So he said it's a promise, huh?
I'll just make a one phone call, he'll be up here to check your ass.
Yeah. I wouldn't even say that. He'd just show up. You know what? He'll show up. He wouldn't even know who the man is. He'll show up, on cigarette break. Be like, yeah, man, give me a light. All of a sudden, be like, you got a problem with her, motherfucker? He'd be about to shit on himself, huh? That's how you do that.
Oh, hey, Bobby.
Who's that?
I got a phone call.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. So what I was saying, Bobby, was how Dr. Francis Weldon was talking about how these white guys always talking sex stuff to black men on jobs, and always wanting to know, can you hook me up with a sister? And my husband, he's been an iron worker for 35 years. He said he'd have met a lot of white boys always talking about, can you get me a black woman and stuff. And he let them know straight up, fuck you. I ain't giving it up to my sisters. They're always coming with that shit.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I know this too. Like, when you like certain areas you in or certain situations where when they infiltrate, like say for example, you see how when you're working, right, and you're coordinating very well. White people, not all white people, but certain white people who are not used to seeing that, they come and they just like disrupt stuff, but they do it subtly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so frustrating. They act like you can't be like constructive or civilized. They just think
Yeah.
all black people just they're lenient towards them, or they just always think one way of us, always one way.
Yeah. And see, the thing is, they think it's their place to come in when we're doing something and direct us, and we have to let them know, get the fuck away from us. We don't need a permission to do shit. We run our own shit. We are not of you. Who are you to come and dictate what the fuck we doing, motherfuckers? Get away from us.
Exactly.
And when we do really need stuff that we should get, is a deaf ear. It's like they're like, they make excuses, or they act dumb. Like okay.
You know what, Bobby? You know what? See, this is where we've been brainwashed at. We don't need them. If, like me and Kay talked about this before, if we was not on this planet, they would not make it.
Very true. Very true.
They need us. They need us. You got to remember, you are the original man. You started all this shit.
That's true. That's true.
And they have affected. We're all affected by the system, and they have affected us to the point where we think that we need to go to them for certain things.
No, we don't.
No. We'll figure it out.
It's true.
Because we still possess the knowledge, but where we don't think we possess the knowledge is they will indoctrinate us with so much bullshit, and we'll get so clouded with so much shit, we don't think we have the skills to do anything. But when we're left with our own natural devices, all of that natural stuff will kick in. It's shit that you know how to do that you don't even know that you know how to do.
Very true. Very true.
Mm-hmm. Because if you're put in a situation where you have to survive, you will be amazed. Damn, I didn't know I knew that.
Yeah. Oh, of course. That's happened plenty of times with myself. It's happened plenty of times.
Yeah, and you'll start thinking, shit, that stuff will kick in, and you rise to the top. It might be rough and funky, but you make it. And that's another thing that trips them out. They have put in so many different perimeters for us not to make it, and they like, wow, they still living, they still making it. They're not dying fast enough because you're not running this. God is running this.
Ultimately, he is.
Yeah.
I will tell you. I was speaking to my cousin here. I was telling him that, look, no matter how many Oprahs, 50 Cent, Jordan, Michael Jordan, Jay-Z, and others who are African American or black, no matter how much money they have, the white man supersedes them. The white man, he's not going to let anybody black or any black woman person go over them. You understand? That's why there's Mark Zuckerberg, there's Donald Trump. Their money supersedes all of their money. You understand? So I say this to say that a lot of black people say, "Oh, I made it." Just like Dr. Lily Fuller said, I ain't never made it. I'm always behind. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ahead. You know, you want to always keep on thinking that, you know, I still need to keep working. Still need to keep working. You know, you didn't make it yet. You still ain't make it. It's the truth. You know?
But see where the part is because we're basing it on this system. And this is a colonial system. And you don't want to make it in this system. You want to be in favor of God.
Right. So
forget their system. See, people look at this system as their God, and they figure once they done made some money within this system that they have achieved. Whatever you are in favor with God, that's personal between you and God, and you ain't gonna prance that around the world. That's the most important thing. That has nothing to do with religion. And you're more stronger when you have developed a one-on-one relationship with God, and God will open your eyes and let you know what's really going on and show you your true and real strength. But to make this system your God, you will go to hell.
That's right. That's why you got to keep pushing. You got to keep pushing. Got to keep pushing. It is a never-ending fight. It's a never-ending fight.
Yeah, because you're not when you die. Say for instance, on paper, you look like you have been successful in the system. Okay, when you die, you gonna take this with you? Ain't none of that going with you. So it's all. So the way I look at it is, you have to develop that light within you. And that's something between you and God, and that's where you get your riches. That's where you get your jewels. That's where you get your blessings. Your blessings will flow.
Right. That's right.
So it's all about that spiritual world to me and stuff like that. Because you trying to keep fighting against this, you'll go crazy. You'll just go absolutely crazy, man. And that's not to say not to sit down and not try to achieve things within this system. I'm not saying that, but you still have to remember that in this system that you are in a war, and in the war you have to maneuver in such a way that you reap the benefits to the best of your ability in this war, but that this war will not affect you.
Exactly.
And stuff. Exactly. It's a cold piece of work. I'm telling you. I know. You know what? Because you don't know me. I know you're wondering, where is this woman getting all this knowledge? So you'll know, I was raised by the original Black Panthers up here in the Bay Area. My father was not a Panther, but my father was a war strategist in his mind, the way he thought. And I'm an only child, and he drilled this stuff into me.
That's great.
So, and then on top of that, he told me to go do my own thinking. And my mother and father have passed on now. And now all of this stuff is starting to kick in with me. It was a time in my life I walked around brain dead too. Who ain't in the system? And now I'm seeing as I get older, I see what my dad was talking about. I see what we were talking about in when I was in the Panthers and everything. And I have a photographic memory. So what I'm doing is I'm letting all that stuff kick in, what they taught to me, and then also what I'm trying to learn from my own royal family members, and also the stuff that I pick up and read. That's why I call us the royal family. I say I'm not a part of the conscious community. I am a part of the royal family.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
We are royalty. Okay.
Yeah.
You're a king. Kay is a queen, and that shit is real.
So true. That's so true.
Yeah.
We can build. Someone would quote this to me: a free man is a thinking man. That's so true. A man that is a thinking man is free, and that's the truth. That's the absolute truth, because you can actually think and reason and come up with things on your own, in constructive ways that will help you yourself and help people,
Yeah.
That's important. And I was when you were talking about exposing, I was going back to things are being exposed. Oh, they are. There are things that are being exposed right now.
Yeah, lightning fast. country, prophecy will be fulfilled. Prophecy is being fulfilled as I speak. As me, you, and Kay is talking, we are talking into prophecy.
Let me tell you, Donald Trump is meeting with leaders of the Vatican in New York now. Did you hear about that?
No, I haven't heard about that.
About the top religious, the Vatican. He's meeting up with them right now. I think it's the Vatican. I believe it's the Vatican. But
well, you know about the Vatican. The Vatican have a lot of our artifacts and a lot of our history hidden in the bottom of the Vatican. It's probably been down there so many years, way before you and I were born and stuff. So they hide in a lot of stuff about us because they have in the Catholic Church. You have the Catholics that you see, and then they have the underground stuff that they do, and they do their underground rituals and all that kind of stuff. They have two different things. They have two different levels that they work off of.
You see everything? Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
What I was saying is the Catholic Church is part of the Masons too.
Yeah. And then if they doing something like a ritual or something that's hidden, like that, it's not good. It's never good.
No,
it's not good ever.
No, because you remember last year, I think it was in October when we had that red moon.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, remember the Pope and them all came over here and stuff. They were doing a ritual with Obama and them.
Exactly.
They was doing some negative shit.
I gotta show you guys something. When we do a Google Hangout, I'm gonna show you guys something. Next time we do a Hangout, I gotta show you. You ever heard of Illuminati cards?
I never heard of the cards.
You heard of it, right? You heard of it?
I've heard Illuminati, but I never heard of the cards.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna show you guys it on the next Google Hangout. Miss Kate, invite me. I'll make sure I get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so glad that they're able to talk to a king to get a male perspective on things.
Oh, I'm grateful that you guys, Miss Kay invited me, and we both, I'm excited by what both of you are telling me. I'm always learning. So
yeah, I always see you popping up on different YouTube channels and seeing your comments and stuff. This is the first time I ever talked to you.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
I think this platform, I'm able to actually, speak a little bit more because the other platforms like no disrespect or anything, but there's always a bunch of foolery over there. There's not too much. You get a little words edgewise, but it's mostly foolery and favoritism and who's kissing this person's butt and that. I don't want to hear all that. It's too much.
No, that's sad. Yeah, because that we're able to have a platform where we can really truly speak freely, and then also go away with the information, and it's infectious. We can think about more shit, Exactly. It's like, because there's some things you didn't told me I need to go think about. It's like, okay, I didn't. That's why they don't want us to come together, because we're talking positive, and that stuff is infectious, and it's like, okay, I'm learning something from this brother. I'm learning something. They rather for us to talk greasy to each other and about some old dumb shit,
I'm all for a cheer chatter. It's okay. I thought it just goes left, and it's like, doesn't have to go left, can it just stay grounded, Hey man, it's not like certain platforms are not grounded. They're not real grounded. They that they don't stick to certain topics about. They talk about black, but they don't really like stick to it.
Well, see, the thing is, we have been so fucked up in a society that we're just gonna talk about our own. Say like Kay got her own hangout thing set up here, and say her mind was all messed up. We don't want to hear what you got to say. We want to shoot you down on everything you got to say. We want to challenge you on everything you got to say, and everything, and we losing when we do that.
Exactly. I mean, that's what it is. It's always a challenge. Like, okay, we could question each other. Why it has to be such a challenging question? You have to say, oh well, why does this happen? Or why do this happen? Or why did he say it like that? Or it's crazy. It's like, okay, so we can't we can't be humble. That's the problem. There's no humbleness there.
Yeah, but see, it's like, and we can't. It's like we'll disagree and fall out to the point like the world ended, and the disagree how we've been affected by the system. We've been affected so much, and we have to put that to the side and say, oh, wait a minute, I'm so messed up in my thinking that the reason why I'm bunking up against this brother because he's tapping into something that what you're really saying is real, but in the disagreement part, it's supposed to be a healing coming with this. Yeah, we're supposed to disagree. We don't suppose everything's not gonna come out right. And stuff
That's true.
like that. But see, what we'll do is we done got so infected by this system, we'll disagree to the point where I ain't never fucking talking to you again. I ain't talking to you no more.
It don't have to be that serious.
So this is what will happen. So we have to realize this.
Yeah, of course.
While we see, black people in this country are separatists now. So this was what happened. If all the shit hit the fan, say the government turns their back on us totally, we just left the fend for ourselves 100%. You know what will naturally happen? We will go back to ourselves.
Yep.
We'll have to find ourselves because I'm going to need you for utter survival and protection, my king.
That's so true. That's so true. Back and forth. The back and forth with with the king, the queen going at it like this. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing.
No, and that's what they want. And we be giving them what they want when we're sitting up here disrespecting each other and all that kind of stuff. It's okay to disagree. We're some volatile people. We have every right to be like that because we haven't had a chance to heal. But we all collectively have to realize that we can still do it in a respectful way, even if we kind of go there a little bit and stuff like that, and still remember, hey, you know what? We're trying to heal into this. We all have been affected. I don't care how strong the brother look, how strong the sister look. This system is affecting us every damn day. We under siege, man. These people right now, as I speak, if they want to, they can kick your door down and drag us all up out of our houses. We ain't safe.
Yeah, because martial law is not too. Martial law is not too far away. Martial law is not too far away.
No, we're not safe. So we have mental shackles.
Yeah. Oh, I like the way you put that. Wow. You know what I'm saying? I like the way you put that.
Yeah. That's why I keep saying we're affected by this system. We're affected by this system and don't realize those mental shackles is fucking us up. And to let you know how fucked up the system is, I'll tell you something real crazy. Right now, my husband is outside polishing the car. We live in a predominantly white neighborhood. I can go outside and scream and holler, come on, don't hit me, don't do this, go. And the white folks will start calling cops and pick my husband up and take him to jail. You see what I'm saying? You see how they done fucked over us like that?
Wow.
And how we do each other, like real fucked up. And I don't even have to say he did anything. They'll just pick him up. I know I can do that. And that's fucking wrong. That's wrong.
Crazy.
That's wrong, man. We gotta stop going in on each other. My attitude is if we got any issues with each other, fuck calling the police on each other. Go to the backyard, the back room, the garage, beat each other's ass, and then heal up. We'll do our own police service.
Exactly.
And calling the police. I don't believe in that shit and stuff like that. We deal with our own stuff. We don't need them. We can set our own morals and standards, code, and conduct, like Dr. Frances Weldon said. She left us the map. There's a number of others have left the map. She left us the map. We don't have to ask nobody permission for shit.
So true. It's very true.
Exactly.
For real.
Woo. Well, okay. I've been on here for a long time. I can spit fire all day.
Me too.
I'm gonna have to get over here and rest. And, it's nice. It's nice talking to you, Bobby. And Bobby, check it out. Check out my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is dedicated to the kings all month. I've been doing stuff about kings all month. All the month of June. The month of June is King's month. I, the Queen, dedicated the month of June for kings.
All right, I will check it out.
Yeah, and Kay, I thank you so much for facilitating these YouTube hangouts.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Because I have to say it to it before we get off. You do make it, Kay, when we can all talk. Because I didn't want on other platforms, people don't let me talk.
I know.
They get afraid we start talking, and then they feel like, okay, let's shut her up. She's talking too much. And the only reason why I talk so much, because I don't ever know when they're gonna shut this shit off, and I want to, when I can get some of our royal family members to listen, I want to give as much knowledge as been given to me.
And that's why on my platform I let you just speak as long as you want. Sometimes I don't be having nothing to say, and I don't mind just sitting here listening to what other people have to say.
I appreciate it, Kay. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my mistake. I totally love this. Channel, the platform, because we talking about something that's like straight positive. I mean, there's no negativity. We all human beings. Negativity. It's not the good. I mean, it's always like other channels. They talk about the first stuff that's not finished, but then it goes to foolery. How much more we gonna talk about foolery?
Yeah, you don't get nothing from it. And then you feel limited on what you can say because people gonna judge you. They don't want to hear that shit,
right.
and all that. It's like, oh damn, here we go again.
Oh
yeah. So Kay, keep doing what you're doing, Queen. I appreciate it.
Yes, Queen. Thank you, Queen, for inviting me. As always.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get on off of here, but we're gonna do another one.
All right, y'all. All right.
All right.
Bye.
All right.
All right, you guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Oh, thank you, Roderick Davis. Thank you. But I'm about to get off this hangout, yo. 2 hours is good enough. Some people be sitting on hangouts all day, like 7 to 8, 9 hours. I think that's a little too long. Sometimes I be want to go like at least 5 hours, but 2 hours is good enough. I'm gonna see if I could do it like sometime like a couple of days later. So yeah, have a good day. Bye.